You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
This just happened, right?
Yeah, I'm going best by my good thing I did kind of still keep from the cliff, so it ain't do no damage.
You're not in the road at all, right?
No, I'm in the medium.
Did you call this in at all? This just happened, right? You didn't call this in or anything?
I called my district.
All right, I'm gonna report this to state police so we can get you out of here, okay?
A powerful winter storm plunged Colorado into travel chaos on Monday as conditions across the state deteriorated with stunning speed. What began as steady snowfall in the early morning transformed into a dangerous mix of heavy snow bands, intense wind gusts, and rapidly icing roads that overwhelmed major highways from the plains to the highest mountain passes. By midday, transportation officials were warning motorists that driving through the affected regions will require extreme caution, preparation, and in some cases, a willingness to turn back altogether. The combination of blowing snow and fierce winds carved unpredictable patterns across the roads, transforming previously clear pavement into treacherous stretches of compact snow and black ice within minutes. Drivers navigating the steep, winding routes of Colorado's high-elevation corridors, especially around the Eisenhower and Johnson tunnels, experienced near-zero visibility as strong winds whipped fresh powder across the roadway. Several described the scene as total whiteout conditions, with headlights barely cutting through the thick snow. Many reported having to slow to crawling speeds, unsure whether they were still within their lane or drifting toward a guardrail. On Interstate 70 near Georgetown, a serious crash involving a semi-truck forced transportation officials to shut down multiple lanes. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, where leaking fuel created an additional hazard and required immediate containment efforts. Tow trucks, firefighters, and hazmat teams worked in bitter cold and swirling snow to secure the site and prevent further accidents. While responders managed the crash, traffic stacked up for miles in both directions. Some drivers waited more than an hour as detours were established, only to find themselves stopping again minutes later due to fresh accidents farther down the highway. The storm produced extremely inconsistent conditions. Brief moment of improved visibility would suddenly collapse into thick, wind-driven snow squalls that caught drivers off guard. East of the crash, motorists found themselves repeatedly halted as authorities worked to clear additional vehicles that slid off the road or collided due to icy surfaces. Transportation officials noted that blowing snow severely limited reaction times, even for experienced mountain drivers. Road crews, already stretched thin, rotated through plowing operations, accident response, and assisting stranded cars and trucks that lost traction on steep grades. Throughout the afternoon, truckers were frequently spotted pulling off on the shoulder to install tire chains. Many described the grades near Silver Plume, Idaho Springs, and Summit County as nearly unmanageable without chains, as the road surface shifted from slushy to frozen in short bursts. The situation grew more dangerous as temperatures dropped, turning wet pavement into fully iced-over sheets across long stretches of mountain roadway. Reports from Idaho Springs, Silverthorne, and Dillon described rapidly intensifying snowfall that coated vehicles within minutes and transformed highways into snow-packed, rutted corridors. Even four-wheel drive vehicles struggled to maintain control, with some sliding sideways during turns or losing traction on inclines. Meteorologists confirmed that the storm produced widespread snowfall across northern Colorado's mountain regions, with the heaviest accumulation developing along wind-favored slopes and exposed ridges. Though visibility occasionally improved during brief breaks in the storm, the improvements never lasted long. Highways remained dangerous well into the evening, with multiple passes experiencing temporary or extended closures. Avalanche control teams were deployed to evaluate snowpack stability along higher elevations. The combination of heavy accumulation, shifting winds, and temperature fluctuations increased concerns for natural and human-triggered avalanches. As a result, several mountain routes faced partial or complete shutdowns to protect both travelers and road maintenance crews working in the storm's path. In the high-altitude regions of the Rockies, snowdrifts several feet high formed along the road edges, pushed into piles by gusts exceeding 50 miles per hour. These gusts frequently shove vehicles sideways, forcing some drivers to grip the steering wheel with both hands to maintain control. Traction laws remain firmly in effect, requiring snow tires, chains, or all-wheel drive systems to travel legally along the corridor. To combat the storm's impact, the Colorado Department of Transportation deployed hundreds of plows statewide, many running in continuous rotation for more than 24 hours. Despite their efforts, the storm intensified faster than crews could clear, leading to slow-moving traffic, prolonged delays, and near-constant accident response operations. Officials warned that even plowed roads would quickly become hazardous again as blowing snow filled in cleared sections. By late afternoon, transportation authorities issued urgent advisories, encouraging residents to avoid unnecessary travel, particularly along the western slopes of the Continental Divide, where the storm hit with its full force. They emphasized that ongoing snowfall, worsening winds, and falling temperatures will continue to create life-threatening hazards throughout the night. Still, not everyone chose to stay home. Some drivers headed towards ski destinations across Summit County and beyond, hopeful that the storm would deliver substantial fresh powder to the slopes. While excited for new snow, many acknowledged that the journey felt particularly risky, with long stretches of highway resembling unplowed backcountry roads. Officials reiterated that the storm affected a large portion of the state, with impacts expected to last into the following day. Authorities urged travelers to prepare emergency kits, check traction requirements, plan alternate routes, and delay travel whenever possible until conditions fully stabilize. Colorado, a state accustomed to harsh winter weather, once again found itself battling storm and transportation, and its drivers were looking.